Hello, YouTube. Please like, comment, and subscribe on our videos. Today I'm gonna talk about marriage, my views on marriage. Marriage is challenging. It's not for everybody, not for everybody at all. Um, you gotta know who you are. You need to know where you want to be, and you need to communicate with that other individual and be honest. Honesty, you gotta be honest all the time. Don't lie over some BS. Don't lie, period. It's pointless. Cause when you lying, you only harming yourself and the other individual in the relationship. If you cheat, let them know. Be honest. Because one or two things is gonna happen. Either the relationship is gonna fall apart or y'all gonna get stronger. One or two things. So face it when you dealing with it. Face it. If you got issues and stuff that you got going on between y'all, face them. Don't put them to the back burner. Deal with them. It's healthy. It's okay. Life goes on. Everybody's got problems. Don't let nobody tell you they ain't got problems. Everybody's got problems. I don't think it's necessary though. Marriage isn't necessary for a relationship. Is it a good idea? Depending on the individuals, it's a great idea. I mean, if the individuals feel like they need that for their relationship, then do it. I'm not against it. Do it. But it's very challenging because it challenges you not only the foundation of who you are, but also it challenges that bond that you have with that other individual constantly. It's a consistent challenge. Every day is a challenge. Things you don't even realize are important and not important to you per se, but important to that other individual. You have to consider. You when you get married, you are no longer you. You are us. So you might like fried pickles, but when you bring them fried pickles home, you gotta remember you ain't the only one sitting on that couch eating them fried pickles. So you might want to order too. You know, stuff like that. If the other individual don't like fried pickles, okay, you might have to make accommodations for that. You gotta show respect. You gotta, boundaries is a factor. You gotta trust. Oh my God, trust is off the charts. You have to willingly, knowingly, and 100% trust that other individual. 100%. Not 99.9%. 100%. And you're not always gonna trust them 100% of the time. You will have moments where you don't. You will have moments where you don't really even want to be around that other individual, and that's healthy. That's okay. That's fine. Sometimes people need that alone time. That's fine. That's perfect. That's cool. But I don't know to say that the way that this culture has gone with marriage and everybody wants to talk about the divorce rate and things of that nature. Personally, because of how much marriage has been emphasized for so many years, I think we're starting to realize, I shouldn't say we, a lot of people are starting to realize marriage isn't necessary for their relationship to thrive. It's a fairy tale, more or less, if you ask me. Some people can be in a relationship for 20 years, never get married. Get married and then all of a sudden everything falls apart. Some people could be never married. Some people could be married for 40 years and get a divorce. I think we put too much emphasis behind this word marriage. We just need to realize the fact that it's a relationship, and if we want the relationship to grow, if we want the relationship to thrive, we have to put work into it. Work into it. Regardless if you're married or not, you got to put work into it. So, I don't know. My feelings on marriage, you don't need to do it. You don't need to do it. It's not necessary. Would I recommend it? Would I ever do it again? I mean, it depends on the people. Would I do it? Yeah, I would do it, but I don't need to. It's not necessary. I would do it um, to make a point. We are no longer just the your boyfriend girlfriend label. This is man and woman, husband, wife type situation. We have taken it to that next level. Um, but you can call each other husband and wife without a documentation saying that you married. So it just depends on the people. It really just depends on the people. You, I don't I don't recommend getting married until you fully know who you are and what you'll tolerate. And once you know that, then you need to let that other individual know where your boundaries are, what what lines if they cross, that will end the relationship or end the marriage. And if they can't respect that, then y'all don't get married. But that's the conversation y'all need to have before you get married. I mean, I highly recommend premarital counseling. I highly recommend that. Um, just from the aspect of people don't know and fully understand what trials and tribulations they're gonna go through when they get married. Um, love is amazing. It is, but you need more than love for a relationship to really thrive beyond your 10 years, roughly. Love does this, okay? It goes up and it comes down and it goes up. It's a feeling. All feelings go up and all feelings come down. But it's about what's in here to go with those feelings. What's in here to go with those feelings. Where are your desires? Who are you as an individual? Would you allow yourself to step out of your relationship? Would you allow yourself to cross those boundaries? Do you respect yourself and the other individual that you love enough to respect your relationship? And if you can honestly say no to that, you don't need to be getting married. You don't need to be getting married. You need to respect each other. And the minute that you start respecting each other and you grow tighter and you grow closer, go ahead and get married. And that could be a year. That could be 6 months. Ain't no time frame on nothing. I hate it when people put labels on things. You can't do that. Everybody's different. I don't smile the same way you do. I don't laugh the same way you do. So it may take me 2 weeks. It may take you 5 years. It may be vice versa. It may take me 5 years and you 2 weeks to get married. But if you want to do it, do it. Whatever makes you happy. But you also got to understand that person that you're marrying is not going to be the same person all the time. They might one day wake up and just be in a bad mood. And that's okay. You can still love them through that. And you might wake up and be in a bad mood one day. That's why I mentioned before, sometimes relationships, you might have to go 70-30. And they might have to go 70-30. But in the end, it balances out. As long as that respect, that love, that understanding, that communication is there. But you gotta understand, when I say communication, I'm not talking just um, talking to one another and oh, I got a problem with you about this. Da 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 da. You gotta let the other person talk. Half of communication, and I want everybody to hear this part. Half of communication is listening. Listen to whatever your partner is telling you. Listen. Because if you don't, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. You gotta listen. Everybody can talk, but not everybody listens. If you want the relationship to work, listen to your partner. That's the only way you're gonna communicate and really understand who they are. Really understand where they're coming from. Take yourself out of the situation. Don't get your feelings hurt because they're telling you, oh, I don't feel the way I used to. Okay, that's fine. That's life. It happens. People grow, people evolve. They don't feel the way they used to. That's okay. That don't mean that they don't still care about you. They don't still love you. They don't, none of that means any of that. That individual could be going through a rough patch for themselves, and just everything feels off, including, your relationship. So put more work into it. Put more work into it. It's okay. Everybody goes through rough patches. So I don't really want to hear people say like, yeah, um, the relationship didn't work out. No, it just wasn't. It wasn't beneficial to both of y'all. Either somebody wasn't feeling respected, y'all mutually decided it wasn't gonna work, or it, it is what it is. Or y'all both put in more effort and got that stuff to work. But marriage ain't necessary. You ain't gotta get married to be happy. You can be happy alone. You can be happy with a girlfriend. You can be happy with a boyfriend. You can be happy with, if you're gay, you can be happy with another dude. If you're lesbian, you can be happy with another woman. It don't really matter. Whatever makes you happy, that's what matters. So, that's all I got to say about marriage. Catch you later, YouTube.